Hi, this is Sally's Book Club, where we bring you global bestsellers daily. Today we're introducing the book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. This book immediately shook Japanese society upon release, selling over 2.5 million copies and making Danshari Japan's Word of the Year. Author Marie Kondo developed her unique philosophy through lifelong study of yoga, Zen, and Buddhism, creating a tidying method that improves mental well-being. Traditional organization methods focus on physical items, emphasizing tools and techniques, like storing unlimited items in boxes, regardless of quantity, or finding ways to display every single possession. Danshari focuses on self-discovery, helping us define who we want to be and how we want to live. Now let's explore this book through 3 key questions. First, what is Danshari? How does it transform lives? Second, why do we struggle to let go of possessions? Third, the mindset and practical methods of Danshari. Let's start with the first question. What is Danshari? Remember this formula: Dan equals refuse unnecessary purchases, Sha equals discard surplus items. Subtract existing possessions, Re equals detach from material attachments. Does minimal buying alone fulfill Dan? Does purging old items complete Sha? Danshari isn't about deprivation, it's about conscious elevation. Upgrade means redefining item relationships, using higher quality possessions that match your aspirations. Curating beloved items helps discover new dimensions of yourself. Items aren't just tools. Maximize their potential to empower you. This philosophy resonates with modern China's social context. With rising incomes and frequent lifestyle changes, our relationship with possessions evolves dynamically. As we change, our material environment should transform accordingly. Your home, car, clothes, and every small item you use will gradually evolve and upgrade. You need to let go and renew things as you change. The book doesn't explicitly specify the sequence of Danshari, but through years of practice, I believe there should be a logical sequence to these 3 characters. First comes Sha, discarding disliked items from your possessions, following the 80-20th rule, meaning 20% of your current items can already satisfy 80% of daily requirements. I know a couple whose kitchen drawers are stuffed with disposable chopsticks and 36 spoons. They've accumulated 100 bowls, some unused wedding gifts from 20 years ago, others kept for guests. This is how people end up hoarding hundreds of dishes. Some buy 10 German-made knives after traveling, then never cook but display them as trophies. Through experiments, I found 11 dishes and 2 knives suffice for most 2% households. We need far less than we own Master Sha before moving to Dan. Dan isn't about stopping purchases, but building healthy relationships with material desires. Buying new items after decluttering doesn't contradict Danshari principles. The key is examining purchase motives, buy essentials that enhance current life quality, then maintain rapid renewal. What's rapid renewal? Constant repetition of Dan and Sha actions. Even with minimal possessions, keep refining through additions and subtractions. Finally, Rai, the spiritual guidance of Danshari philosophy. Reduce unnecessary attachment to possessions, achieving harmonious coexistence with items. It's natural to have material attachments. Human desires drive both personal growth and socioeconomic development. Personal growth involves constant acquisition, through which we learn letting go is equally valuable. Everyone can cultivate themselves in this direction. Even after achieving the Rai phase, one must continue practicing Dan and Sha to maintain healthy item relationships. Author Hito Yamashita admits in interviews she's still mastering Danshari herself. Danshari is ultimately an endless journey of self-discovery. To recap, 1. Sha follows 80-20th principle. 2. Dan enables rapid renewal. 3. Reduces material obsessions. What happens without Danshari? First, cluttered spaces create emotional toxins like physical constipation. Just like bodily toxins, cluttered environments poison mental well-being gradually. Second, dust and mold accumulate when surrounded by unwanted items. Third, clutter blocks positive energy, flow similar to Chinese feng shui principles. Life's troubles often stem from material attachments. What changes come with Danshari? First, decluttering creates time for meaningful activities through simplified maintenance. Housework becomes effortless, freeing time for quality family moments. Second, it boosts inner energy by eliminating mental clutter. In a well-curated space, harmony between people and environment fosters positive energy and inner peace, boosting productivity and creativity. By limiting possessions, we refine our taste through conscious selection of truly loved and used items. We understand Danshari's benefits, yet implementation remains challenging. Why is practicing it so difficult? This leads to our second question. Why do we cling to possessions? The author identifies 3 types of people who struggle to discard items. First, reality avoiders who postpone dealing with troublesome items. Convenience seekers today will eventually trip over accumulated clutter. Second, past obsessives. Another form of reality avoidance through sentimental attachments.
Items become emotional anchors, beautiful memories, or painful reminders we can't release. Third, future worries, lacking security, fearing they'll need discarded items later.
Most people exhibit combined traits. What should we discard? 3 clutter categories. 1. Unused, just-in-case items, like vintage sewing machines families keep for emergencies. Modern life makes repairs impractical. Better sell or donate these space wasters. Second category, functional but unsuitable, items used without genuine preference. Many wardrobes overflow with clothes from elders or hand-me-downs from friends. These ill-fitting garments supposedly save money and shopping time, but compromise personal style. Every wear feels awkward, like dressing in someone else's identity. Third category, memory-laden items carrying emotional energy, fields.
Discarding these feels like rejecting relationships or erasing personal history.
Donating childhood stuffed animals doesn't erase those happy memories.
Letting go of ex's gifts feels like invalidating past relationship choices.
Each failed romance actually paves way for true love's arrival. Mom's heavy knitted sweaters symbolize love, not prison sentences. Releasing anthropomorphized items brings emotional liberation. Summary 3. Mental blocks prevent decluttering, avoidance, nostalgia, anxiety. 3. Discard categories: unused, unsuitable, and sentimentally charged items.